nongurarawa nigo sana kodoe na mataka pauna numa nananda tonlasa mai subana numa tikona fanwarongo
I bet he's got a Villa shirt on.
Oh, what?
I bet he is.
Steve, I know you're happy because the weather's nice, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah, it's something to do with that.
Looks a bit cloudy.
It's very cloudy. It's very cloudy where Pete is.
The sun's just setting. Look, isn't that beautiful?
Oh dear.
No,
Morning, Fruity. Good to see
Morning,
you.
David.
Yeah.
Right, Taff.
Hello, Taffy.
Oh, good morning.
Lovely.
Good morning, Australia.
Oh, hang on,
Oh.
Taffy. You've got a moving
Who's that about?
special
We've got
hat.
I've got a special guest star today, and we're just sitting down. There's a wonderful gentleman and lady getting breakfast ready for us.
Yes.
So we're having a live broadcast from Wellington's Cafe in Dover. And I have
Brendan.
special guest star.
Ah, fantastic.
Brilliant. Hey, as soon as you said...
Steve, how about that game yesterday?
Ah, what a team. What a team.
Blimey.
Yeah. Oh,
Go on.
sorry, Steve. Oh, who's that guy in the top left-hand corner? He's looking up the head.
Hey, no, Taffy and Brendan and Stephen, apologies from Colonel. He got up in the early hours to start the recording, but he's got a very bad cough. He was going to tell us a story. He said, I went to the doctors yesterday and we thought there was more to it, but he didn't. So he's got a bit of a cough, so he's going back to bed. But he sends all his best to all of the guys coming in.
Good one. Good one.
That's all right. That's good. Now, Brendan, now you can see what happens at this time of the morning on a Sunday.
Well, that's right. I normally look after my brother at this time of the day because I'm not very late. But
Thanks.
It's the breakfast just coming.
Oh, come on.
Nice one, Chef.
Oh,
days.
get out of there.
Happy days.
Fruity,
No.
there's a good breakfast there. That's a good breakfast.
I've just got fruit,
Oh, well done, Fruity.
Aunt Nell.
Oh,
but I'm
no.
having a bacon sarnie later.
Right. Bard of the Jari.
Alan said he was coming down.
Yeah.
So I managed to get my sister to cover my normal Sunday duties this morning.
Well, it's kind of your sister. Yeah. Great. And now what's your sister's name again, Brendan?
My youngest sister, Gaynor, she's looking after my brother this morning. So.
Oh, now what about the one who came skiing with us? Angela, right.
Yeah.
Good. Send our regards. Yeah. Cheers. So anyway, Stephen, down under, you're on weeks. Is it week 5 or at the moment?
Yeah, week 6. Coming up to week 6. Finishing this week.
Okay. And when
Home on Friday, Good Friday.
you're getting deported when?
Leaving here on Good Friday.
Lovely. Good.
Yeah, Good Friday, and get home sort of Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Right. That's good. Hey, now, Pete, you were very, very, very kind to represent all of us.
So you move inside, Dave.
Go on.
Gonna move inside.
Moving inside. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Pete, you were very kind to represent us on Wednesday, I believe, wasn't it, at Jack's?
Yeah.
So tell us who you met up with and how did the day go, as well as those days can go.
Right. Well, it was it was like moving in on the set of EastEnders.
Oh, right.
There was all these wonderful people in sort of black crombies and black tifters, and all the women with bleaks hair, all looking like Pat Busher. It was fantastic.
Right.
There was lots of his family. I didn't realise he had such a big family, cousins, and I didn't realise he'd been married twice. And his son obviously organised the funeral and everything, but his daughter came over from Portugal, where she was living with his mother, her mother.
Mhm.
She was a lovely character. She's promised to send more photographs from albums she found with all his days at sea.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
She's been posting those, Pete, on Facebook.
yeah, but that's from the first album.
Oh, right.
He's got another album. Yeah, some of them I didn't even know existed. The photographs, your memory goes after a while. But they were great. They were great to see some of the old boys.
Mhm.
The ceremony was really good, and it was lively. It wasn't all solemn. It's a real celebration of his life. And then the reception was at a local pub in Basildon, and that was going really well. It was quite strange because a lot of the people there must have been close on 100. I was said at the funeral, and the reception was. Everybody was invited, would have had just as many, but some of them couldn't come straight away because they had to wait for the next funeral.
Oh,
And they'd all been invited to the next funeral, which was quite funny. It was great to see Johnny Houchin after we worked it out 48 years. That I don't know if you've seen that picture of me
yes.
and him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. He lives well, it's not down your way. He moved down to Yeovil almost straight away after he left the sea, and started a training consultancy for the building trade. He did very well. He's got all sorts of holiday homes and that abroad. But it was great to catch up with everybody. They were it was a good day. If those things can be called a good day.
So how many children did Jack have? If you said he had 2 wives at one stage,
he only had 2.
right?
He only had 2, but every other person I met at the wake was a cousin. It was very much East End. That's cousin, Bert, and that's his wife Vicky, and all this. Oh yeah, I must have met a couple of hundred people who you felt were long lost friends after a few minutes conversation. No, it was a lovely day. A lovely day.
Right.
Hey,
Question
sorry.
for Johnny Houchin: Where did you sail with him, and what was he doing when you were sailing?
Well, he came to sea with Jack, and I think I can say this. They both came to sea because they had to avoid being back in Essex.
Right.
Johnny was caught up in a scam with some gold coins, and was just about to have been caught, and was just about to go to court when they both decided to bail out to Australia, because they've heard about so many people who jumped ship and started a new life in Australia.
Oh, well,
And
Stephen.
the pair of them didn't want to hang around in London because they might have gone the other way. Yeah, Jack had to get out of Essex because he had a little altercation with a couple of fellas that let's say he did some damage to them, and
Uh-oh.
he had to move on. And Jack stayed for, I suppose, 8 or 9 years, but Johnny couldn't handle the sea life. He loved it. He said to me, "I loved everything about the sea life except the work." He said he couldn't handle working 12 hours a day and all this.
Yeah.
He loved the ports, he loved the women and all that, but no, the actual mechanics of being a seaman when 7 days a week and all that, he just couldn't handle that.
No.
But Jack, as we all know, the ones Stevie know him. I see Alice's in the Fruity, you know him well, Taffy. Became this lovable character that unfortunately is dearly, sorely missed.
Hey, someone asked me, when did he leave the sea? Was it after Sea Princess?
Yeah.
When he came up,
the maiden voyage.
He came over from Arcadia and then got off in Sydney, didn't he?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
What's that?
1989? No,
79. 79.
Yeah.
Hello, Alistair. Can you hear us, Alistair?
Yeah, I can. I've got a problem.
Have you still been to the doctor as well?
Yep.
Yeah, no. I've got on my screen, I can see 3 at the top. I've then got a huge one that I see Peter Stevens on.
Right. If you go up to the top of your screen,
right.
There's a view, there's a little thing that says view. If you go on that, and you should be able to just click the gallery.
That's right.
What does it say? View.
Yeah, there's like
view.
9 little dots and the word view right at the top of your right-hand side of your screen.
Should come. Yeah, there is a little. It might not be blue. It might be black, but it doesn't matter. It looks like a dice.
Yeah, and it's got view next to it. And if you click on that, you get a little drop-down menu, and you need to click gallery.
Morning.
And be in full
Bob.
Full screen as well, Al.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm in. Right.
Right.
Just keep talking.
Alistair, while you're doing that, just ask Bob what his nephew's doing, because Bob comes in as easy as anything. Hello, Bob.
Oh, well. I've just been having just a glass of wine or two.
So are you back in Blackpool now, are you?
No, we're still in Sydney. Thank you.
No, I thought your wine for breakfast, that was normal routine. Whereabouts in Sydney are you, Bob?
West Ryde.
Right.
In the city of Ryde.
Okay. Now, will you still be there Good Friday?
I will, yes.
So, Stephen, will you be meeting somewhere halfway, hopefully?
Well, I won't be. I'm leaving here on Friday, but I won't get back to Sydney until maybe Tuesday next week.
Tuesday.
So yeah. So how long are you here, Bob?
Eh? You're enjoying yourself too much.
What you mean?
I leave here a week Thursday.
Oh,
13th.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good.
We got maybe we've got Macca coming round on Friday, and probably Doris. But you won't be here. You were invited.
I'm good. Thank you. Very kind. That's on Good Friday, is it?
Yeah.
Good Friday coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Good Friday. No, I don't leave here until Friday.
Let that be a lesson to you.
And then driving back to Sydney over a few days. Yeah, absolutely. Cheers.
So Bob and Alistair, just to let you know, there's 2 things. One is that Colonel's excused himself because he's got a bad cough. But also you've got Taffy in, but he's not in Cardiff. He's down in Dover, and he's gone to his favourite drive-in breakfast down at Brendan's.
Oh, I see him now.
So
Yeah,
that's
with Brendan. Yeah,
that is Brendan. Taffy's hat is nearly as big as Brendan in a nice way. It looks very nice when he's wearing that. He was hiding behind the hat earlier. And Bob, so Bob, you've got your coffee. Sorry, your glass of wine. Are you? Did you have another game of golf today? You only on one game a day or two?
no, every day. No, we haven't played since Friday. Was it? What day is it today?
It's only
We
Sunday.
played Friday.
Yeah.
We're hoping to play Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Then Friday we've got Macca and his gang coming round here. Saturday, Friday night my niece is coming up from Melbourne. Saturday we're going to the theatre to see Joseph and the Amazing Coloured Dreamcoat.
Oh, excellent! Where's the theatre?
In the theatre, the Capitol in Sydney.
Capital, yeah.
Sunday we're going to Watson's Bay
Church.
to go
To go to church, obviously.
Monday.
What time's mass on, Bob?
What?
What time's mass on Sunday at Watson's Bay?
Mass.
Yeah, that's obviously where you're going, surely.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah,
hell.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I guess I won't see you.
Right. Yeah, my time's booked. Time's getting short. I've only got about 10 days left.
You'll be lucky to get that golf in, Bobby. They tell me there's a bit of wet stuff heading to Sydney this week.
It's pissing down now. At the minute, it's absolutely lashing it down. Yeah.
Yeah. My son said.
We've just been up the golf club. We've just been up the golf club all afternoon, but not playing golf. We've been partaking of a few bottles of wine. Yeah.
Hey, well, Bob, I've just got the message through that this isn't you, because I've got a message from you, the other you, saying so sorry, been out on the lash, not fit to join, put it down as fell through.
His fault.
Oh, hello, Bob.
Alistair, have you sorted your screen out?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
I have to tell you that the sun is out in Dover. It's like the south of France here.
Oh.
Honestly.
What? Hughes?
Oh, yeah. Taffy, does that mean you'll be staying at Brendan's for about 3 weeks?
You won't get across the channel, it's all blocked up.
In 2 hours' time, I'll be crossing the channel, hopefully. Keep my fingers crossed.
They cleared all the roads for him. They cleared all the roads for him.
And I'm parked up, I'm looking at the dock gates. But I wanted to say to Peter, I really would love to have been up there and joined you at the funeral, because Jack, he was such a character, and it would have been lovely to have been there and show my face up there. And anyhow, but what I wanted to say was briefly, a little bit to add to the history that you just gave us, which was great. He did do a very short stint down Dover on the ferries when he left.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
he left the sea. He only done a short stint, but I know because when I came down here, they said, "Oh, Jack, they're up." So I knew he was about, like a few others. Anyhow, I just wanted to let you know that. That's all. And nothing else to set. The sun's shining in Dover, and Bob, what a time they are giving you out there.
I'm having a ball, mate.
Yeah, you've got a lovely family out there, that's for sure.
As always.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's got another fucking glass of wine in his hand. Look, more wine.
Wait a service.
Is that the new Beat Boy?
Nancy Dropsy.
Is that the new
Yeah.
Pink Boy, Bob?
Woo!
Yeah, my peak boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pete boy.
My new boner homie.
No,
It's all coming out now. All coming out.
Yeah.
Nancy Dropsy.
No handbag there. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, hang
What's
on.
up with these blokes?
So,
This is
What
this is
side,
required. Nice glass of rosé
Rose,
from Provence.
Those today.
excellent. and thank you. What's your name again?
Gary,
Gary.
with
Gary.
one R. He's
Thank-
not a truck.
Hey, Gary, thank you for helping Bob with some fantastic video footage of where you've been and what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, we have. It's
You
been
know the
great.
Blackpool accent that never gets lost. Yeah. Even in Sydney.
No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's right.
God,
Everywhere I go, people say to me, "What part of England are you from?" And I go, "West Ryde."
Sydney.
And they go, "Where's that?"
oh, excellent.
Yeah.
How long have you been down in Australia?
1990, I came as a young
Oh, yeah.
lad.
Yeah, no.
He's a chef. Used to be a chef. He's now
Retired.
retired chef.
Yeah, she's down there.
That's the best position. That's the best job going. Flipping heck. Well done. Well done. And is Bob behaving
Yeah.
himself?
No, not really, but that's
All
normal.
right. I'm good. We'd have been worried. We would have been worried. Oh, flipping
Yeah.
heck. So.
No, he's been drinking very heavily.
Oh, so not as much as usual then.
Yeah, that'd be about right.
Yeah. Go.
He keeps blaming me for having a hangover, but he's been drinking lots of brandy and margaritas and
Yeah.
these
Oh,
drinks, and he said that. Yeah, he says they're medicinal, apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Oh, bloody
not
hell.
quite sure.
It's brilliant. We've really enjoyed it, and along with you, Watsy, all those down the beach and that, it's been stunning.
Lovely stuff. Good one.
Yeah,
There's Watsy.
we've loved it.
That's the green, the lawnmower man.
Right.
Watsy.
You
Yeah.
grow and we mow them.
Hey, Stephen, I met up with some friends yesterday, of which one of them, although he does work for the Red Cross, but he does he's got quite a few gardens that he does, and I said, I'll ask you, will he be able to promote your advertising campaign? Is that all right for him? Because then you can say, now say in Australia and the UK
And Britain, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can he can get a copy of my logo anytime.
Oh, brilliant. Okay,
absolutely.
we'll have it done. We'll get it sorted.
Yeah, for
Taffy.
sure.
I want to come
We're
in.
going for dinner now, boys. We have to leave. Dinner is served.
Okay, Bob. Take
Okay,
care.
Bob.
All
See ya,
right,
Bob.
Cheers,
See you
Bob.
later.
Cheers, Gary.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Bobby.
Right, yeah, good to see you. Cheers, Bob. Enjoy the week. Take care.
Thank you.
I'd
See you.
just
See.
How the fuck do you get out of this thing?
Turn your
It's
phone
easy
off.
to get in and out.
I'd just like to come in with Steve, because I was wondering, Steve, I got a guy that can tell you a little story. We're thinking of if you might want a concession in the UK for mower, you grow them, we mow them, because I have a little. This guy will tell you a story, and it happened last week. It's hot off the press in the UK. So,
Right.
you, Brendan, what happened when you went to try and do a bit of gardening the other week with the lawnmower?
Bloody thing blew up on me. had it 12 years, mine, but I still care. I've got the lawn out. I've got the mower out for its first cut after winter, and it blew up. And I was 189 pound lighter by the end of the day, and I still haven't cut my grass.
Well,
He was laughing.
So I was thinking that maybe you could have a concession, you know,
Yeah.
you know, have a Dover mow and grow.
yeah,
Absolutely. I'm all over. International we are.
Yeah. I've got a good second-hand lawnmower, Steve, if you're interested. There's a few flames
a little bit of a
coming out
repair
of it.
job.
I'm sure you can straighten it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Go battery, Brendan, go battery.
Oh well.
The best excuse I've got for not mowing the grass yet, and I hope it continues, is Mrs. Blackbird is moved into the shed, and she's now got she's got the chicks underway, and until she moves out, we can't get the mower out of the well, I don't want to get the mower out of the shed. So is that right? The blackbirds sit on the nest for 6 months?
Brendan's got one you can borrow.
Oh, even better, brilliant. So no, Alistair, it's lovely to see you. Now, talking, obviously, going back onto the shippy ones, we did have sad news again this week, obviously, because we lost, is it Chris Pullin?
Yeah.
Now, Alistair, did you, I know Fruity, you worked with him, but how about you, Alistair?
You don't want to go into what those two did.
Yeah, no. Terrorise the bar staff.
Chris and I made a pact once, and we.
Oh, we're not hearing you, Alistair, at the moment.
You might want to.
You're breaking up.
Breaking up, Alistair.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said that without your lips moving.
Yeah.
No, I'm
No, it's gone again.
The video.
Oh,
you might want to go out and come in again, Al.
Yeah, I might try that.
I'm getting a bit of that feedback from everybody.
Right.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah, do that, Alistair, because we'd love to hear it.
Is everybody getting that feedback?
Sorry, Steve.
Is everybody getting that feedback, or is it just me? I think
it was just Alistair's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing though? I was at the football when it was all happening yesterday, but did anybody make sense of what Chile was sending through about the Merchant Navy pension?
No, I didn't. I don't remember seeing anything like that come through.
Does anybody else?
Is that on the Facebook one?
Did you see it, Dave?
No.
No, it's Fruity.
Yeah, but I don't recall ever getting a letter or an email or anything about it.
You're usually pretty hot on that stuff, Taffy. Is she? Did you get the stuff from her?
Oh, Taffy's
Oh,
on.
you're muted, Taffy. Can you unmute him, Dave?
Yeah, I can ask.
Yeah, I'm unmuted now.
What were you asking? Sorry.
About all that communication from Chile yesterday about the Merchant Navy Pension Fund.
What about it?
Yeah, I read it this morning. It doesn't look right, Pete.
Oh, I didn't think so.
It doesn't look right to me.
I think they're all individual cases, aren't they?
I don't know. It looks like it might be a scam. I really do. But they're asking for all your information. And They're
No.
asking for all your information, not just your name, address, everything.
Right.
It doesn't look right to me.
Is it from Mercer? Because I think Mercer administer the Merchant Navy Pension Fund.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Mercer. Yeah.
So Mercer are paid by the fund to administer the scheme. So if you're in doubt, phone Mercer and then ask them about it.
It didn't make sense to me because it was so long ago as well. A lot of that they were that she
What were
was
they actually
talking about.
asking for, Pete?
What? Sorry.
What were they actually asking for in the letter?
No, well, apparently they were making us aware that we were all owed money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was something about Mercer or the Merchant Navy Pension Fund.
Yeah.
There was some sort of corruption or something, wasn't it, Pete?
Yeah, you got it.
That's what it implied. But I don't ever recall having any letters or emails from them about it.
Sounds a bit dodgy.
I think you get something through the post if you were actually getting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why would they want all your information? They've got it already.
Well, exactly.
Mandy came on and said she'd had an incident a few years ago now where she'd been sick and she got laid off for a while and she'd been paid out fully. And then what's her name, Tony Stageman, she said she'd been laid off sick but hadn't been paid out. So it was something to do with what people were owed who'd gone sick.
Okay.
But it was they were going back some time.
Was that if you went sick while you were at sea?
You got it. Yeah.
Because Tony didn't she, when she had that ectopic pregnancy on the Oriana?
You're right. But she's never received a penny for that.
But so didn't they count that as sea service then?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her about it, but
yeah. So what might have happened?
She chipped in after Mandy had said she'd been paid out.
Yeah. What may have happened is that their entitlement would have been reduced because they had these periods of time off sick, when in fact they shouldn't have done. It should be a continuous. Once you're a member of the scheme, you're a member of the scheme, and I wouldn't have thought they would have reduced your pension because you went off sick whilst in employment. So there could be something about it, but people need to be very careful.
I think what had happened, Mandy had got a lump sum, and then Connie said she hadn't had anything, but she was going. Well, she must be going back 1980 something.
Well, she was on Oriana. I can't remember if it was before her and Andy got married, and she was quite ill, and I believe it was an ectopic pregnancy, and I think she got landed. I can't quite remember now. I think she was working. She was PRS in the midships bar, I think, at the time.
Right.
I think the best thing people can do, personally, if it was me, I would just phone up Mercer.
Yeah, you're right.
What's all this about?
Yeah, you're dead right.
You just put it in the bin.
Yeah.
If Gilly did say if you want to send her your email address, she'll send what the communication onto you or whatever she's got from Mercer.
Yeah.
I'd rather think you're on the right track. It sounds a bit like a scam, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely. Oh no, just checking with you, Alistair. Alistair, can you hear us, Alistair?
Yeah, I can. Can you?
From a friend.
Yes, still dodgy.
Has somebody got something on in the background?
What now?
Oh.
You're talking.
No. Oh, by the way, although Colonel's one apology for not coming in today, Obviously, Steve Walker is sends his apologies as well, along with Martin Norris. Martin can't come in, but Stephen is on his way down to Southampton to join the cruise down in Southampton today. He's going on the new P&O ship. What is it? The Alvis? Arriva. But he was hoping he might be able to pop into the crew bar when they stop off at Oxford this morning, because he's coming down to our house to leave the car here, and I'll just drop him off up at the dock, which also coincides with the flipping Southampton Marathon today, which is hence I'll be wearing my shorts.
Run them up there, Dave.
Oh, bloody hell. Hey, seriously, talk about marathons. We were in New York quite a few years ago as family. We went to a family wedding near to New York. Anyway, we're in New York the day of the New York Marathon. Well, we managed to get right into Central Park within the centre part, however we got in. But we couldn't get out again because the runners were coming around through in the loop. Well, we were there for flipping hours trying to find our way out. And in the end, we climbed over the rails and we ran on the where they were all running, but we ran not along with them, but straight across. We had to dodge the runners, and we thought we got to do it. So we actually did partake in the New York Marathon, albeit for about 30 seconds. But
very good.
Anyway, so Alistair, can you hear us again now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, much better.
Yes, much better. So Alistair, we've got good sound. Can we ask you again your sailing experiences with Chris, in the years gone by?
Well, I first met Chris. I was on Oriana as a cadet, and Chris just in Mombasa as catering SAP. I don't know if you remember, the ship was in Mombasa, and all the incoming crew had to come down to the ship bus from Nairobi. And Chris joined us. And that was the first time I sailed with him. He's senior AP. Then he was senior AP on Canberra, DP admin on the old Arcadia. And then it was basically Canberra I knew him on, and the new Oriana. I worked in Papenburg with him. He was the first purser of the new Oriana. And he was a great guy.
Oh, fantastic!
Right. Oh, thanks, Alistair.
Do you know what it was? He ill for some time, Al? Or?
Yeah, I heard from David McLaughlin, the chef, that he'd been in hospital for about 2 weeks. I think he had diabetes, and it was quite severe, and he couldn't talk. And I think he actually died either on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Did he have family?
Well, he was. We're not sure if he was married to Jenny, who's a passenger from Sheffield, but his previous wife was Maria, an Australian lady.
Right.
Before that, his girlfriend was, what was her first name? She was from Edinburgh.
All right.
He's a passenger.
Well, we might have missed that.
I remember Marinia because she was on Canberra with him as when he was catering DP. When I went on there with my mum, and her and my mum got quite friendly on the cruise, and they used to go for coffee and bingo and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chris was a really nice guy. First time I sailed with him was, I think it was end of '74 when he was catering AP on Oriana. I didn't ever sail with him as SAP, but I certainly sailed with him as DP. Definitely. Alistair, was he with us that night in Palma when we had drinks for my friends? When we went in that
yes.
bar, when we went in that bar up behind the cathedral, and Peter Colby was in it. Do you remember?
Yeah. Drinks for my.
Yeah.
Chris was a great bloke. It was a lot of other departments didn't like him. He worked for Oriel department up for you and fought for you. He was really good that way.
Well, we're glad we could hear that you said he was good that way. What was that way? We missed the rest of it.
Well, this was just he was very efficient, right? But he had a wicked sense of humour.
Great.
He really did have a wicked sense of humour.
He was really dry, wasn't he?
The knotted handkerchief, you mean?
Yeah. You like Monty Python?
Yeah.
Tell Taffy he's muted, Dave. Can you?
Oh yeah, Taffy, you're muted again, but is that in a good way?
I'm muted because we were talking and there's background noise.
Ah, right.
So
okay.
until I got something important to say, I thought I'd mute myself. But I have got something important to say is Stevie's joining his luxury cruise, and he's managed to find a parking space for his old car of his. And I sent an email off, sent a message off to him telling him I'll be on the seas in about 2 hours' time as well.
Different type of ship,
but not quite as luxurious. Because I'll be spending a day on the road, following the coastal road down to Aberfyle. I'm driving down to Aberfyle, and I'll be spending some time on the continent. I'm getting out of here.
Yes.
I've had it with this place. So, but I'll be living off my own back.
Yeah.
Not like Steve lying on his back and getting
pina coladas.
Yeah. And we're going to be in about 5 minutes. We'll be leaving. So I don't know if you've got anything to say to the boys.
No, it's been great catching up with everyone again. And,
thanks, Brendan. Good to see you.
Yeah, and there's normally one or two other guys from the Aussie Crew Bar on, isn't it? Macca
Macca. They've gone to see Rod Stewart, haven't they?
Yeah.
Rod Stewart.
Oh, hang on. Before you, Taffy, don't go yet.
There's Annie.
We've just got Steve Walker's just coming in via Oxford. We got a link. Let's hopefully we can see him.
He's not broken down at Oxford.
Oh, there he is. He's in. Right,
that's not a very tropical shirt for going on a cruise. I thought he'd have one of those lovely flowered shirts.
Stephen, can you hear us, Steve Walker? Not yet. No,
he's got some wood before he gets to the cruise.
Is he already on the cruise? He looks like he's already in Palm Island.
What's he done with his car then?
Yeah. He must have just left it.
When I'm in the back.
Yeah. Come on, Stephen.
I don't get lost.
Well, wait. We'll hopefully we'll hear him. Can you hear us, Steve? hang on. If we all start waving, Colonel's going to stop the flipping program.
He's gone.
No, he's
not. No, he's not.
No, he's still there.
No, Taffy's gone.
Taffy's gone. Oh, I thought they were waving just to see if they could attract Steve Walker. Oh dear. Oh, I better rename.
No, Alistair's gone.
Oh, Alistair's gone.
I think he's got a new laptop or something.
I think he better get the old one back.
Yeah, it's-
Hang on, Alistair's
Here he
coming
is.
back in again. Right, so hopefully. No, where's Stephen? Oh, we've got Steve W. and we've got Steve the mower.
Alice has moved on to his phone.
I want to put Steve Walker, the
Lumber Jack.
cruising Steve Walker. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, cruising. Well, let's see if we get him up. Coming up. It's been a bit of a dodgy day today for the connections, isn't it? But
Yeah, sound hasn't been great.
no. Yeah, well, I'm surprised you can hear anything with those thick, flipping, great big things on your ears.
They're proper. They're state of the art. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I thought they were ear defenders.
No. They are the real McCoy. Don't worry.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I can hear you as clear as a bell.
Well, it's great to hear you and see you, Steve, for sure.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah. So, was Macca going to see the real Rod Stewart, or was it a lookalike?
Yeah. Rod Stewart's been touring Australia for the last month or so, and he just did his 3 shows in Sydney, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then last 3 days in Sydney, and then he's gone down to do a Bowral, a town down south in New South Wales. I think he's at a vineyard down there. He's done a few of these smaller venues, sort of outdoor venues.
Okay.
So, but he's missed a couple. He's been a bit crook. He's had a throat infection. So a couple of the concerts, I think Brisbane was called off one night, and I think there was another show that he called off. But yeah, he's with Cyndi Lauper and a guy called John Stevens. I don't know that you lot know him, but yeah, Aussie guy, John Stevens.
What does he do? Is he just a singer, John Stevens?
Yes, he is.
Because that's my dad's name.
Okay.
He died about 20 years ago, so...
Okay, yeah. No, he's not reincarnated, don't worry.
All right, okay.
Oh, well, let's hope they have a good time tonight. Quite a few of
He's a
us
singer.
saw Rod Stewart when he was in Vancouver years ago. When the sun was in dry dock, and we all, managed to get tickets to go over and see him in concert. I'm not sure if it was, I can't remember if it was indoor or outdoor now. I mean, flipping heck, but I do remember it was Rod Stewart, but I think we might have gone down to the Elephant and Castle before we went there, and I can't remember a thing much about it. But yeah, it was good. It was a good do. Go on, Dave.
Sydney once when I was
Oh, hang on, you've got a touch of the Alistairs.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
72, no, 74.
I've come in on my phone.
Well, I'll tell you what, have you passed your laptop over to Steve Watts, because he's got a bit of what you had. And Steve Walker hasn't even got that, I'm afraid. Right, Steve Walker's phoning now. Hang on. Hello, Stephen. You can't get no sound. All right. Well, Stephen, just say hello to the boys on your phone. I'll just put it near the thing. Just say hello and sorry.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Oh, no, you only have to say sorry. That was all. Well, just say hello, Stephen.
Hello, guys.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, but I'm coming through on my phone.
Yeah, that's all right.
Video.
That's okay. We can see you on the screen.
I can't see you guys. That's why I've lost you.
It doesn't matter. Just say hello to everybody, and then we can unplug you.
Well. We're at Warwick Services at the moment, surrounded by Bolton Wanderers supporters.
Oh yeah, they're going to Wembley, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Who are going down for the Papa John's Pizza Cup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they are. Anyway, so you're all right, Steve. We can see
Yeah,
you.
we're fine. We're just about to leave Warwick Services now. We should be with you in about 2 hours.
About 2 hours. Right, Fruity, I'll be up to yours in about an hour. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Have you brought? You haven't brought Is it flipping? Hey boys, Edna is Karen's mum. Now Edna is flipping brilliant, and they're going to bring her down and leave her with us for 2 weeks while they go on the cruise. Flipping great.
That was the idea, David. That was the idea.
All right.
My mother wants to know how much you want.
I'll tell her when I see her. All right. All right. Hey, right.
All right, guys. I'll not see you for a couple of weeks now. I'll speak to you all again later.
All right.
A good one,
Cheers,
mate.
Steve.
Cheers, Steve.
Have a good cruise.
Bon voyage. Bon
Bon
voyage.
voyage.
Let's have a good one.
Thank
Well,
you.
take care. Take care.
Bye for
See you.
now.
See you
Bye,
soon.
Protect me,
Bye.
Dave. Get rid of me.
All right. Will do. Will do. Bye, Steve. I'll unplug him.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, mate.
Oh, right. Hey, well, at least we got invite. No, we could have done that for you as well, Alistair, before.
What? Just unplug me.
Something like that. Hey, now, Stephen, what's the Mower Man? Can you hear us and can we hear you?
I can hear you as clear as a bell.
Oh, that's even better. Brilliant. Brill. That's all right. Now, I'm just going to delete, remove Steve Walker. Yeah.
It's gone.
He has gone. Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, Mac is down in Barrel, and I think Martin sent a message, said he was unavailable today.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, honestly, it's great seeing you coming in, Steve, and Blackpool Bob as well down there.
Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been flipping really
Has
good.
anybody heard from Brad this week?
No.
Fruity or Steve?
No. You know that he was back in. He went back to hospital again for another. He got an infection of some description, and he had a few days back in hospital again. That was a week.
Yeah,
a week or so ago.
I saw that one.
Yeah. I haven't heard from him since.
Yeah.
No, I think he's been. I think he's been online because I'm sure I saw him.
I saw him that he welcomed a new member yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll get in touch.
good.
I'll text him over the weekend.
I'll tell you what, talking about new members on the Facebook page, I've been inundated with people that I've deleted and not approved. Christ knows who they are. They didn't seem to be, weren't answering the questions, and they didn't seem to be connected like mutual friends of anybody. So I've just knocked them on the head.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of that as well at the moment.
Oh, well,
Brilliant.
Alistair, it might be better for you to actually take up the opportunity to have some friends. Sorry, I mean.
Listen, mate, I've got two good friends here.
Knock him out, Al, when you see him at that luncheon.
Yeah.
I do
wait till
mean
he's
it like that,
attending
Alistair,
luncheon.
but obviously, and it's hey, Fruity, great photo behind with Chris. That's a great one.
I cut that from something else. I don't know if the full picture.
Yeah, you have. It's good.
It was.
You've done well.
It was actually in Graham Billett's cabin on Oriana.
Mm-hmm.
The three monkeys.
Yeah. I don't know whether.
Graham Billett is coming to the P&O lunch.
Yeah.
And I see Lord Sterling's coming, so we'll need to be on our best behaviour.
Who is?
Yes.
Lord
Yes, he is.
Sterling.
Yeah,
Well, he bought
Jeffrey.
the port. He bought the port last time.
Oh, that's all
Oh,
right. That'll
good.
be handy. Good. Yeah, it'd be good to see Jeffrey. Good.
Yeah.
Did you, Alistair? Did you meet up with him on one of the ships? Anytime you were working, he came down to see the ship.
Yeah, he's done a cruise with me on Sea Princess and 2 on Canberra. I think Sea Princess might be 2, because I think 1 was Sea Princess and 1 when it was called Victoria.
Got it. Right. Got it. Lovely. And what about you, Pete? Pete, did you meet up with? Did he come on any of the ships you were on at the time, Pete?
Chris?
Not Chris. No. We're on about Lord Stirling, Jeffrey Stirling.
Oh yeah, he came on. Oh, who's the one before Jeffrey Stirling?
Inchcape.
Yeah, we had him on Arcadia, I think, when we went back for a spate of Mediterranean cruising, and he came on. But Jeffrey Stirling, we came out on the west coast, I think.
Yeah.
With the Ark, or it might have been one of the Princess ships.
Got it. What about you, Fruity? Did you?
No, I don't recall him ever being on.
No.
We always used to have Bob Houston and Motion and Shepherd.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Eric
the Axe.
Bob Houston actually told me he was on board the day John Lennon got shot, and it was him that told me that John Lennon got shot. It was quite surreal.
Yeah.
What was it? In the Carousel bar, he was having a drink and said, sort of like very nonchalantly, "Oh, Bob, John Lennon's been shot." I said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, bloody hell! I think we all remember where we were on that occasion.
I was Canberra.
Yeah, and I was on the Sun. I was on the Sun Princess for sure. Hey, Watsy, obviously, I think Lord Jeffrey Stirling wasn't even the chairman when you jumped at the time. He was probably whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell with me at all.
No.
Name means nothing to me.
Oh, right. Well, it's best that you don't come to the lunch in Southampton then.
Well, as long as he buys the port like he did last time.
Yeah, that'll do. So, but with Lord Stirling, he came down when I was on the ferries. He came down when we had the new hobby cat or whatever, the cat. The first cat, the Superstar Express, came into service to do Southampton or Portsmouth to Cherbourg, and he came down to see the vessel before it went into service, and we're all there meeting and greeting. I'd never met him before, but when he came on, I just said, like we all did hello and that. I said, well, I do have a friend of mine who knows you quite well, and he said, "Who's that?" I said, "Phil Butcher, the bar manager." And of course, he knew Phil because I think Phil was on the Oriana for the maiden voyage of the Oriana. I think.
Yeah, he was.
So that was when that connection, and the next thing is. Lord Stirling has got something to do with what was the name of that small cruise company? Flipping heck.
Swan Hellenic.
Yes. Cheers, Fruity. Swan Hellenic, who then came and sort of took on Hebridean Princess for a while. So Hebridean was in the same family group as the Swan Hellenic. And the Discovery, which was the old island princess. Yes. And anyway, so he came onto the Hebridean Princess. And when he came on there, I did say to him this time, I said, it's lovely to see you. I said, but will you stop following me? And And he said, well, I said, well, everywhere I go, you turn up, you know. But he was fine. It was good. It was good. What I liked about him was the fact that when he came on the ship, he wouldn't go and see where we've been polishing all front of the house. He'd go straight down to the crew accommodation and work his way up, because he knew if the crew areas were good and the crew were happy, he knew front of house would follow suit for all the passengers.
Well, when I was purser, he used to come in to me at the end of the cruise to discuss how much he should tip everybody. And he was terrible. I mean, his waiter for a 2-week cruise used to give him about 200 quid. Same with his bedroom steward. And I always remember Phil Butcher was an officer at the time as bar manager. And he said to me, and I'd like to give Phil something. And I said, well, Phil's an officer, sir. We don't really take tips. And he said, oh, just give him 400 quid. Whoa.
Oh,
And I'm sitting
brilliant.
there thinking, I'm an officer, nothing.
Oh, bloody.
But
Hey,
he was very generous in tipping the crew. Very generous.
That's when he came on the Hebridean Princess. I wasn't on board, but the tip, because on there it's a no tipping policy, because there it's all you know, it's all included. So he didn't leave a tip as such. But he might have, I don't know. But what he did leave was about this big, a Highland cow soft toy, which he bought, and it was in the lounge. It stayed in the lounge forever, you know. And guess what we called the Highland cow?
Jeffrey.
Correct. Still, oh well. Hey, now look, boys, it is coming to the traffic light time, sadly, and I know Fruity might want some more breakfast, mightn't you, Fruity?
I might want a bacon sarnie, yeah.
Well, I'm going to ring up Brendan now, and we'll see if we can get them delivered. For sure. Hey, right, I better put the traffic lights up, because Colonel won't know it's time to stop. Virtual background. But again, I want to thank obviously Steve Watts for coming in like you do. We always rely upon you coming in, whatever, and also for Alistair for telling us about some of the stories with Chris along with Fruity. But more importantly, Pete, thank you for giving us a wonderful insight to last Wednesday with Jack. And we do appreciate you putting our minds at rest, because it was an enjoyable day under the circumstances.
It was.
Good one, Pete.
They gave him a good send-off.
Brilliant.
Good on you.
Well done, Pete.
All right, boys. All right, well, we'll start waving, and then I'll stop recording as we start waving. So take care for now.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. 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 Bye.
Catch ya. Bye.
This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. The Alaska Boating Tale. The Spirit of London went Alaska cruising on the second week of May 1974. It was a week trip, Saturday to Saturday, from Vancouver, Canada. We did 16 trips that year until September, and then went into dry dock in San Francisco and emerged as the Sun Princess. Our weekly schedule was Saturday, Vancouver. Sunday, cruising the Inside Passage. Monday, Ketchikan. Tuesday, Juneau. Wednesday, Skagway. Thursday, Glacier Bay cruising. Friday, Sitka until 2 p.m. And then a race back down to Vancouver outside the islands. The only boat port was Sitka, and our tale begins one chilly, misty spring morning on the first Alaska cruise of the season. We had crept into Sitka anchorage between the islands with the help of the Alaska pilot, who somehow found his way through the murky morning heavy mist, which was thickest at sea level. The lifeboats were prepared to go out, mustering us test tenders once more, and the first boat lowered was the advance party with all the shore equipment, hot and cold drink urns, lifebuoy ring, mooring ropes, etc., etc. In the boat was the staff captain in charge of the shore party, a coxswain in charge of the tender, 2 seamen in the bow, one of whom was to become the shore party seaman when we landed, and Oscar, the public room steward, who was wishing he was still in his little bunk asleep and was nowhere near chilly mist and early start of work. The coxswain started the engine after several failed attempts, and with the staff captain in the stern gripping the rudder, we were slowly lowered into the briny, released from the boat falls, and chugged off into the rather thick fog. As we could not see the ship after 2 minutes of travel, never mind any land, the staff captain was confidently guiding us to the landing stage by the compass. Now, I don't know if it was some sort of mix-up with Australia, which was our good staff captain's place of birth, or not actually knowing which direction was Sitka Harbour, but we were soon lost and actually were heading for the shallows of Sitka as the tide retreated. The 2 Indian seamen in the bow became very agitated, and the coxswain went forward to the bow to see what was bothering them. One look alarmed him, and he yelled at the staff captain, "We are shoaling fast, sir!" The staff captain leant forward and pulled the engine lever to stop, just as the boat went crump and went aground in the mud left by the falling tide. A shocked silence followed, and the rather embarrassed staff captain took stock of the situation. The engine was put into reverse, but did not budge the boat, and the coxswain heaved on the boat hook in the mud. Staffy then decided to throw out our small anchor attached to a rope out over the stern to stop the boat broaching round and going aground at the stern as well. And there we sat. Some time later, as the mist became thinner and hope of being spotted by the next boat arose, the coxswain suggested the staff captain call the bridge on his walkie-talkie phone and tell the captain and appraise him of our stuck situation. Staff captain said there was no need to alarm the captain, and we would hail the next passing boat going by and get a tow into the docking pontoon in Sitka. We all exchanged looks, but no one mouthed the obvious reason for his reluctance. Just then, the sound of the first passenger tender going in came to us, and in the far distance through the mist, we saw a ghost-like tender passing. We all yelled, but they heard us not and passed into the gloom, and the engine noise faded. "This is ridiculous," the staff captain said, and leant forward and threw the engine in reverse again. But this model of Perkins' engine did very little at all. The coxswain on the one boat hook and 2 seamen on the other boat hook heaved over the bow at the mud, but all to no avail. Suddenly the engine made very strange sounds and noises. The boat shuddered. The engine screamed and then stopped. In the excitement, everyone had forgot the anchor and line over the stern, and the stern line had wrapped itself around the screw. Being a single-screw vessel, we were immobilized, and well and truly, in every sense of the word, screwed. The staff captain leant forward and pulled the lever on the engine to stop, a somewhat redundant action as it was already stopped. As he leant forward, the walkie-talkie phone in his top pocket slid out and went plop into the oily bilge water. He now wished he had called the captain on the bridge when he had his chance. It was retrieved, and streaming oily water tried out, with no joy, not even a little gurgle or giggle. What we need, said the staff captain, is an enterprising young man to slip over the side and unwind the rope from the propeller. Looking at me, he said, how about it, young Oscar? Quick thinking was needed, and I replied, oh, dear me, sir, I've listened to all your lectures on the short survival rate of seamen lost overboard in Alaska waters. Wasn't it as low as 3 minutes? And it would take longer to unwind that rope. Just then, the returning tender came past, and we yelled and yelled, and he altered course towards us, threw us a line, and slowly pulled us off, and took us to the Sitka landing stage, where chaos reigned. Without our landing party, 3 boats of passengers were trying to disembark. I sure would have loved to have been a fly on the wall later that day in the captain's cabin, when the events of the day were discussed with the staff captain, whose identity, you notice, I have not named, in order to protect the ever so guilty. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,